This is not a bill based in logic. It is based on your fundamental lack of human decency towards a group of people that make up less than 1% of the country.
Having gender identity in the Civil Rights Code directly contradicts the civil rights given to sex, specifically women.
Passionate pleas from Iowans on a bill preparing to strip gender identity from the Iowa Civil Rights Act. That's our top story today at noon. We have live team coverage from Des Moines today. Iowa lawmakers are getting ready to fast track that bill that would remove transgender Iowans from the state's Civil Rights Act. Iowa's News Now State House reporter Skylar Talal is live in Des Moines right now. Skylar?
Netta, during today's public hearing, I listened to 90 minutes worth of passionate Iowans who say this legislation would impact them directly. Now, 167 people did sign up to speak. Only 24 of those were in favor of the proposal. From those supporters, they say removing gender identity from Iowa's Civil Rights Act will protect women's private spaces and protect laws already passed by Republicans, like requiring students use the bathroom according to their sex assigned at birth, and one that only allows biological girls to play girls' sports. But there's also been major backlash and outcry from opponents who say this bill is extremely harmful and would legalize discrimination against transgender Iowans in areas like housing and employment.
What I do see are common sense protections, especially for women. Back in 2007, when a Democratic trifecta inserted this gender language into our code, most could not have foreseen the ultimate ramifications of the change. Now we do. It means biological men in women's private spaces, including locker rooms. It means biological men competing against women in sports.
You know who is hurting women and children? The legislators sitting in this room who wish to strip them of their civil rights. This bill will not protect anyone. It does nothing but set a precedent that the state of Iowa is happy to strip away the rights of their own people because a small amount of people have fears.
Now, during the hearing, we could hear the protesters outside chanting when supporters spoke, and then they were quiet when opponents were going. GOP Rep Steve Holt was pausing the hearing anytime the door was opening because they were so loud, and he actually ended up kicking out one speaker for, quote, making threats during their speech. Now, today could be a very busy day for lawmakers. Both the House and Senate are planning to debate the bill. However, when that happens, we still don't know yet. But if both chambers end up passing it, Governor Kim Reynolds could sign it into law as early as tonight. Live in Des Moines, Skylar Talal, Iowa's News Now.
Thank you, Skylar. And as you just heard Skylar mention those protesters, Iowa's News Now reporter Kaylee Whitlatch has been with them all day in the rotunda. And so far, tell us a little bit, Kaylee, about what you're hearing so far.
Yeah, Netta, lots of passion here at the Capitol. Right now, it has cleared out quite a bit compared to this morning, and I can actually move my shoulders. It was jam-packed in here, hundreds, if not thousands of people coming out. As we were getting in the door this morning, there was a line wrapped around the building. People here are telling me that they're showing up to raise their voices in support of the rights of others in the community, specifically transgender people. In between speakers during the public hearing this morning, the crowd chanted things like, quote, transphobia has got to go, and even said some swear words. Protesters say the bill is heartbreaking and would be a major blow to the transgender community in Iowa. A couple protesters say they've never seen a turnout this big for a picket at the Capitol in all their years of advocating, and they want to make their voices heard, especially for this specific piece of legislation.
Civil rights are the most important thing aside from air and water. So I'm just devastated by what they're trying to do. I feel it's mean, I feel it's hateful, I feel it's childish and ignorant.
We have a government that if you don't like someone or something, you get rid of it. We're human. We're human beings.
As you can see, protesters are continuing to hang out as the Senate gets ready to debate this bill on the floor sometime this afternoon. We'll continue our live team coverage on this bill this evening on Iowa's News Now, live at 5 and 6. Live in Des Moines, Kaylee Whitlatch, Iowa's News Now.